Welcome to Refugio High School baseball against Woodsboro tonight. It is a little windy here at the ball field. I am sitting in my pod. You will probably hear the wind blowing my pod around. When I bought this pod, I did not factor the wind into it. So, we're going to stay with it as long as we can. I apologize for those lights on your screen. That's coming from the light standards. So managers or coaches are meeting at the plate with the umpires. Lineup for Refugio. Leading off, number 2, Antoine Gross playing center field. Second base, Troy Haug. Batting third, shortstop, Jordan Kelly. Batting fourth and on the pitcher's mound, Lucas Mesa. Batting fifth, third base, Isaiah Avery. Batting sixth, first base, Hayden LaFrance. Batting seventh in left field, Trey Castellano. Batting eighth, catching, Parker Taylor. And rounding out the lineup, the DH, Ty LaFrance. And for Woodsboro, leading off, number 2, the second baseman, Tag Silvas. Batting second, the pitcher, Luke Poland. Batting third, shortstop, T.K. Morgan. Batting fourth, center fielder, Roger Gonzalez. Batting fifth, the catcher, Colton Wigginton. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Wesley Yokitz. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Glenn Giddens. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Aiden Flores. And rounding out the lineup for the Eagles, the left fielder, Cole Thompson. It's 44 degrees and it feels like it's 29 with the wind blowing. Crazy baseball weather. But we're here for you guys. You can sit on your couch at home, watch the ball game. And I'll sit out here and freeze for you. Head coaches are at the plate discussing how to turn the wind off. That sure would be nice right now. Head coaches discussing how to turn the wind off. All right. Coaches meeting is done at the plate. We're about ready to play some varsity baseball. Bobcats are taking the field. On the mound tonight, number 34, Lucas Mesa.
If this wind picks up a bit, then there's going to be some curves.
Isaiah Avery is making his first start of the season tonight on third base. Throw down to second, and we are ready to go. And the umpire yells out, play ball, and we are ready to go. Batting first for Woodsboro, the second baseman, number 2, Tag Silvas. The pitch is a strike to start the ball game. The 0-1 from Mesa. Low and outside for ball 1. The 1-1. Inside and low for ball 2. The wind is blowing. First pitch to Poland. Ball 1. Ball 2 on Poland. The 2-0 strike right down the middle. Grounder to third base. Isaiah takes it, stays with it, throws over to first for out number 2. Brings up TK Morgan, the shortstop. Ball hit out to center field. Gross is there with it for out number 3. That's going to take us to the bottom of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. None left. We're heading to the bottom of the first. Leading off for Refugio, number 2, the center fielder, Antoine Gross. First pitch from Poland is a strike. The 0-1 fouled back. 0-2 on Gross. The 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 1 out in Refugio's bottom half of the first inning. Brings up the second baseman, number 4, Troy Haug. First pitch is a strike to Haug. Second pitch up and away, up in the zone for ball 1. Pitch comes in for ball 2. Little inside for ball 3 on Haug. The 3-1 in there, strike 2. The full count pitch fouled back. Count remains 3-2 on Haug, the second baseman. Low, ball 4, and Haug is aboard. It's going to bring up number 1, the shortstop, Jordan Kelly. Kelly steps in, runner on base, 1 out. Ball high and outside. Kelly's looking to get that runner around scoring position. The pitch. Driven for third base. Third baseman picks it up, throws over to second base. And he's going to be safe. Second baseman bobbles it. 2 outs, or 1 on, 1 out, 2 on. For Mesa, the pitcher.
Where do you turn it in? You turn it in. No.
Just give it to either dugout. Be good. Either dugout. Young man didn't know what to do with the foul ball. Poland fakes over to second base. Howe gets back. The pitch to Mesa. In there for strike one. The 1-0. The 0-1, I'm sorry. Fly to center field. Gonzalez misses it. It's going to bring Haug around to score. Coach is waving him in. Play at the plate. He's out at the plate. It's going to be runners on second and third base. We're charging error on Gonzalez. It's going to put Kelly in scoring position as well as Mesa in scoring position. And it's going to bring up Isaiah Avery to the plate. 2 on, 2 out. The pitch fouled off for strike number 1. The 0-1 from Poland. Bounce to the pitcher. Picks it up, throws over to first base. And he is out at first. And that ends the bottom half of the first inning. Scoreless. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 left. We're going to the second. You're watching Bobcat Baseball on the Refugio Sports Network. We'll be right back.
People often ask me, who has the best sports fans in South Texas? My answer, the Refugio Bobcats. If you haven't subscribed to the Refugio Sports Network, what are you waiting for? They are the one and only source for Refugio Bobcat sports. Check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Sponsorships are available today, and donations are always welcome. They would love to hear from you, and tell them Sam sent you.
Back here at Heritage Park in Refugio. Mesa's back on the mound to start the second inning. And due up for Woodsboro, we have Gonzalez, Wigginton, and Jokits.
Check on the score, and then whenever I get back, you tell me.
All right, here we go. Top of the second inning. Roger Gonzalez stepping into the batter's box for the Eagles. Low ball 1 to Gonzalez. No score here, top of the second inning. The pitch from Mesa swung on and missed. Strike 1. The pitch Grounded to short third base. Avery picks it up, throws over to first to LaFrance for out number 1. It's going to bring up Colton Wigginton, the catcher. One out. Swing and a miss for strike number 1. The pitch up and high. Ball number 1. 1-1 on Wigginton. The pitch up for ball number 2. 2-1 on Colton. The pitch low and away for ball number 3. The 3-1 from Mesa. In there for strike number 2. The payoff pitch. High, ball 4. And Wigginton is aboard. It's going to bring up Wesley Yokitz for the Eagles. Mesa out of the stretch. Low, ball 1. 1-0 on Yokitz. The 1-0 in there, strike 1. Wigginton over on first base. The 1-1 swung on and missed for strike number 2. The 1-2 pitch grounded over to third base. Avery bobbles it, throws over to first, and he's safe at first. And charge an error to Isaiah Avery. It's going to put 2 on with 1 out for Giddens, the third baseman. The pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. The pitch swung on and missed for strike number 2. The 0-2 from Mesa swung on strike number 3. Make it 2 outs in the inning. And it's going to bring up Aiden Flores, the right fielder. Two on, 2 out for Flores. Runners advance on a pass ball. Counts 1-0. We have 2 runners in scoring position now. 1-0. Swung on. Fly to second base. Haug is there. Takes care of the fly ball for out number 3. We're going to the bottom of the second. No score here at Heritage Park. No runs, no hits, 1 error. 2 left for the Eagles. Due up for Refugio, Hayden LaFrance, Trey Castellano, Parker Taylor. We'll be right back. Poland is still on for the Eagles. All right, up for Refugio, the first baseman, number 6, Hayden LaFrance. Wind is still blowing here pretty hard. Ball hit back up the middle. Shortstop boots it. LaFrance is going to be safe at first base. And charging air to Morgan. It's going to bring up number 7, the left fielder, Trey. I'm sorry, it's going to be Ty LaFrance. Ty LaFrance hitting for Whitmire, who's actually playing the field. Ball low. Swung on and missed for strike number 1. Poland throws over to Jokic at first, making sure LaFrance doesn't take off running, keeping him honest. The 1-1 in there for strike number 2. The 1-2 pitch, low and outside, ball 2 on Tyler France. The 2-2 pitch, swung on and hit the center field. It's going to drop. It's going to get LaFrance over to second base. That runner 2 on, nobody out for Trey Gonzalez. I'm sorry, Trey Castellano, the left fielder. Castellano steps in. No outs, 2 on for the Bobcats here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. The pitch from Poland. Swung on, fouled off. Strike number 1. The 0-1 pitch. Almost hit him. Gonna run the count even to 1-1. We're gonna have a visit from the head coach to the mound. Umpire's going to walk out and break it up. It's too cold out here. So we have Hayden LaFrance at second base, Ty LaFrance at first base, Castellano in the box. He currently has a 1-1 count. Poland turns to throw to second base. Nobody home. LaFrance slides back in. The 1-1. High, swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. For strike number 2. 1-2 on Castellano. The 1-2, foul tip out. So that's the first out of the inning. Gonna bring up the catcher, Parker Taylor. It's a number 9 hitter in Refugio's lineup. Foul tip, tried to bunt. Runners were off. The pitch, just outside, ball 1. Taylor stands in, the 1-1. Foul ball. Bunted over the fence. One, 2 on Taylor. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball outside to even the count at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Belted the left field. Left fielder lets it drop in front of him. Hayden slides in third base. He's going to be safe. And we're going to have bases loaded. For Antoine Gross. Back to the top of the lineup. We're going to have a courtesy runner for Taylor. It's going to be Braylon Gonzalez. Running for Taylor. Bases loaded, 1 out here. Bottom of the 2nd inning. Top of the lineup's coming up, Antoine Gross. Gross hits a grounder to shortstop. Shortstop goes over to second base. He drops the ball. There'll be another error charged to Silvis. Run scores. Going to bring up Haug. Haug hits a shot through the hole on the right side. 1 run's in. 2 runs are in. Haug drives in 2 runs. Gross is standing on second base. Actually, Gross is going to be on third base. Runners on the corners for Jordan Kelly. 0 for 1 tonight. Poland fakes the third. Turns back around, tries to go to, or looks at first. Doesn't throw. Had to call timeout. Kelly calls timeout before the pitch. First inning, Kelly grounds into a fielder's choice. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Pitch, swung on and missed. Strike one. Haug moves over to second base.
That's the way to watch a game.
Yes. The 0-1 from Poland. Hit off to the right side, foul. Strike two on Kelly. 2 runners in scoring position. Haug is at second, Gross is at third. The 0-2 high for ball one. The 1-2 swung on a miss for strike three. Kelly goes down swinging. It's going to bring up Lucas Meza, 0 for 1 tonight. High and inside, ball one on Meza. The 1-0. High lifted off to the right side, foul. And it looks like it's going to be out of play. Evens the count at 1. The 1-1 pitch from Poland. Coming up. Here it comes. Ball lifted off to the left side, out of play. For strike two. There ain't no room in here. Oh, in there? Yeah, you can sit in there. The 1-2 from Poland. Lifted. Foul. Nice try by Wigginton. And Poland looked hurt. He jumps back up. He's going to dust himself off, pick up his hat, and head back to the mound. One and two on Meza. The pitch. Curveball for strike three to end the inning. 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, 2 left. We're going to the top of the third. Refugio leads 3-0 over Woodsboro. We will be right back. You're watching Bobcat Baseball on Refugio Sports Network. Back here at Heritage Park in Refugio, Bobcats lead 3-0 going to the top of the third inning. Due up for Woodsboro, Thompson, and then back to the top of the order, Silvis and Poland. We're glad to be able to bring this ball game to you. It's nice and windy and cold here where I'm sitting. Kind of have a little bit of a wind block. The wind here is blowing from left to right, and it's blowing hard. Thompson steps in. First pitch is a strike. The second pitch comes in as a strike. 0-2 on Thompson, the lefty. Pitch from Mesa. Driven up the middle for a single. That's going to put Thompson on base. It's going to bring up Silvis. 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out. Mesa, ball fouled off to the right behind us here. Strike number 1. The 0-1 from Mesa. Fouled off at the plate. Strike number 2. Thompson over at first base. The 0-2. Driven to left field, left center field. Ball gets down. Thompson's heading to third. He's going to be thrown out at third base. Silvis close into second base. It's going to bring up Poland. Poland's 0 for 1 tonight. He also grounded out in the first inning. Ball driven to left field. High fly ball. Castellanos under it, catches it for out number 2. And that's going to bring up TK Morgan. He's also 0 for 1 tonight. Fly out in the first inning to the center fielder. The pitch from Mesa. Ground ball past first base into right field. It's going to bring home a run for the Eagles. Morgan picks up an RBI on that ground ball. That's going to bring up Gonzalez, the cleanup hitter. 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out. Pitch from Mesa, ball driven over to third baseman, picks it up, throws him out at first base. He's going to be out at first. That was a close play there at first base. Avery was able to stay with the ball, get it over to LaFrance to end the inning, or to end the half inning. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 1 left. We're going to the bottom of the third. From here, Refugio leads 3-1 over Woodsboro. We'll be right back. You're watching Bobcat Baseball on Refugio Sports Network.
People often ask me, who has the best sports fans in South Texas? My answer, the Refugio Bobcats. If you haven't subscribed to the Refugio Sports Network, what are you waiting for? They are the one and only source for Refugio Bobcat sports. Check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Sponsorships are available today, and donations are always welcome. They would love to hear from you, and tell them Sam sent you.
Back here at Heritage Park, Refugio leads 3-1 going to the bottom of the third inning. Due up for Refugio, Avery and the LaFrance brothers. Isaiah Avery taking some cuts outside the box. He steps in. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out. Pitch inside for ball 1. Hayden LaFrance on deck for the Bobcats. The 1-0. High for ball 2 on Avery. The 2-0 pitch fouled back. We'll make the count 2-1. The 2-1 from Poland. Just a bit outside. 3-1 on Avery. The 3-1. Strike 2. Looked like the ball was on the inside corner. The 3-2 pitch. Lifted behind first base. And it's going to be a fair ball. Isaiah's on his way to third. And he's going to be in with a stand-up triple. And it's going to bring up Hayden LaFrance. 0 for 1 tonight. He reached on an error. Ball lifted out of play on the right side for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. Avery stands at third base for the Bobcats. The pitch from Poland. Curveball lifted behind short, actually straightaway center field. Second baseman picks it up, catches it for out number 1. It's going to bring up Tyler France. He singled on a line drive to center field. His first at bat. Fouled back for strike number 1 on Tyler France. Ball comes in as a strike. But France is down 0-2. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. That's out number 2. Brings up Trey Castellano. Struck out his first at bat. Castellano bunts. Catcher has trouble picking it up. Castellanos going to be safe at first on a bunt. You have runners on the corner for Parker Taylor, the catcher. He singled last inning, or his first time at bat. The pitch, Castellanos on the move. Pitch comes in as strike 1. It's going to move Castellano over to second base. The 0-1 pitch to the freshman. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Two on, 2 out. Bottom of the 3rd. High, ball 1. 1-2 on Taylor. The 1-2 fouled off. Count remains 1-2. Poland gets set. Pitch. Fouled back. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Parker takes off, runs, comes in home. He's going to be safe. We're going to have runners on the corners again. And Braylon Gonzalez is going to come in to run for Taylor again. Four to 1, bottom of the third inning. Here in Refugio. Gross steps in. Gross is 0 for 2 tonight. Had a ground out, a strikeout. Gonzalez at first. Castellano at third. The pitch from Poland. High, ball one. Gonzalez moves over to second base. The pitch. Grounder over to third base. Under his glove, they call it foul ball. We're going to even the count at 1-1. Gross does have an RBI tonight. The 1-1. Fouled off to the right. Strike number 2. No, it's not. It's nice in here. The 1-2 from Poland. Curveball in the dirt for ball 2. The 2-2 from Poland. Antoine was hit with the pitch. I do not know how he got out of the way of that, but the umpire claimed it hit his shirt. So that's going to put him on base. We have bases loaded for Haug, who's 1 for 1 tonight. He's also got 2 RBIs. Troy calls timeout before the pitch is delivered. The pitch low for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. High, ball 2. High, ball 3. 3-0 on Haug, the second baseman. We have timeout called. Silvis is going to come in and give a little encouragement to Poland. The 3-0 pitch. Right down the gut, strike one. Poland, 3-1 pitch is high. Ball number 4, it's going to walk home a run and make the score 5-1 Bobcats. And it's going to bring up Jordan Kelly, who's 0 for 2 tonight, with a ground out and a strikeout. The world, that's who I'm talking to.
Are you live?
Yes.
Hi, everybody.
Kelly steps in. The pitch is low for ball 1. Poland delivers. Ball driven foul on the left side. Looks like it hits Coach K in the leg. Evens the count at 1. Got Troy Haug on first base. Gross on second base. And LaFrance on third base. Ball lifted to the right side, foul. I'm sorry, that's Braylon Gonzalez that's on third base. It's hard to see through this pod. The windows aren't really clear, it's kind of blurry. Curveball outside, ball 2. Evens the count at 2 on Kelly, the shortstop. Curveball inside, ball 3 on Jordan Kelly. The senior will be playing football at Columbia University next year. The payoff pitch low in the dirt gets by Wigginton. That's going to bring home a run. Base is still loaded for Mesa, the pitcher. And we're going to have a visit from the head coach to the mound. Poland has thrown 78 pitches tonight. And it looks like we may have a pitching change about to happen.
No, I'm literally just walking out. One second.
And we are going to have a pitching change. Not quite sure who's going to go to the mound yet. I'm still waiting to find out. you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, our Twitter feed, our Facebook feed, please do so. Next week is spring break here in Refugio, but that's not going to stop us from playing any ball games. It seems like we have a game every day next week. So if you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, we'll let you know where we're going to be.
Hello, people. How you doing?
It looks like T.K. Morgan is coming into pitch for the Eagles. And I'm assuming Poland's going to go to shortstop.
Hey, that could be yours.
We're going to pause while Morgan throws his warm-up pitches. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Josh, I saw your message, and yes, there is a pitch count rule in high school baseball. I'm just not familiar with it yet. There is one, though. Mesa steps in to face Morgan. Bases loaded with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The pitch for Morgan, high for ball 1. The 1-0, low, ball 2. Bobcats looking to do some more damage here in the bottom of the 3rd. Pitch comes in for ball 3. Mess is 0 for 2 today. That ball comes in as a strike. Make the count 3-1 on Mesa. Mesa swings at that pitch. Makes the count full. 3-2. Runners should be off here. The full count pitch. Runners run. Mesa swings and misses for strike number 3. And that's going to end the inning. Refugio gets 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors. Bases were loaded. 3 left. We're going to the top of the 4th. Refugio leads 6-1. You're watching Bobcat Baseball on Refugio Sports Network. We'll be right back. Due up for the Eagles in the top half of the fourth inning. The catcher, Wigginton, Jokic, and Giddens. Stepping in the box for the Eagles, the catcher, Colton Wigginton. First pitch is low, ball one. The 1-0 from Mesa. Little inside, ball two. The 2-0 was low for ball three. 3-0 on Wigginton. He walked his first time up. Pitch comes in as a strike. Make the count 3-1 on the catcher, Colton Wigginton. The 3-1 low for ball four. It's going to bring up Wesley Jokic for the Eagles. Ball outside. Makes the count 1-0 on Jokic. The 1-0 from Mesa. Inside, ball two. The 2-0 pitch, a little high, ball three. Mesa shows a little sign of tiring. The 3-0 pitch in there for strike number one on the first baseman, Wesley Jokic. The pitch low and outside for ball four. That's going to put 2 on for the Eagles. And we're going to have a visit to the mound by Coach K. You can go out there and settle him down a little bit. All right, it brings up Giddens, steps in the batter's box. It shows bunt, takes ball one. The pitch bunts off to the right side for foul ball. It's going to be strike one on the third baseman for the Eagles. Wigginton at second, Jokic at first. Have a 1-1 count on Giddens, the third baseman. The pitch, bunted, back to the pitcher. He turns back and fires over to first base. He's got him at first. It's going to move the runners over to second and third on the sacrifice bunt by Giddens. That's going to bring up Aiden Flores for the Eagles. 2 on, 1 out here in the top of the fourth. The pitch, strike 1 on Flores. The 0-1 from Mesa. Swing and a miss, strike 2. The 0-2 pitch to Flores. Fouled off. Count remains 0-2. Inside for strike 3. Two down for Cole Thompson, the left fielder, steps in the box. He's 1 for 1 tonight. He singled on a line drive to the center fielder. The ball gets away from Taylor. Run comes home. Makes the score 6-2. Thompson steps back in. Runner on third base, 2 outs. Here in the top of the fourth inning. The pitch from Mesa. Strike 1 on Thompson. Like it caught the outside corner. The 1-1. Driven to right field. Whitmire's there. Makes the catch for out number 3. That's going to take us to the bottom half of the fourth inning. For 1 run on no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're going to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Refugio leads 6-2. You're watching Bobcat Baseball on Refugio Sports Network. We will be right back.
People often ask me, who has the best sports fans in South Texas? My answer, the Refugio Bobcats. If you haven't subscribed to the Refugio Sports Network, what are you waiting for? They are the one and only source for Refugio Bobcat sports. Check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Sponsorships are available today, and donations are always welcome. They would love to hear from you, and tell them Sam sent you.
Back here at Heritage Park, the wind is still blowing. It's still cold. And due up for Refugio in the bottom half of the fourth inning, we have Avery, LaFrance, and LaFrance. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Be sure you subscribe to our Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook feeds. If you hadn't caught any of the highlights from the track meet last night, they are posted on our Facebook and Twitter feed. We have the fastest man in Texas, Ernest Campbell, as well as the fastest mile relay team in Texas. Go check them out. We also have a young lady named Peyton Oliver who is fast. We can't wait to see what the future holds for any of our track athletes. They are poised to go to the state track meet this year and win it all. And we cannot wait. Well, umpire better look out there. I think he was trying to throw at the iPad I have on the fence. Lady Cat softball today, game was canceled. They'll play it again at the end of the regular district season. But we'll have plenty of softball for you next week. Avery steps in, or getting ready to step in, to start the bottom half of the fourth inning. 6-2, Refugio leads. Morgan takes his place on the pitching rubber. Isaiah digs into the batter's box. The first pitch here. Swung on off to the right side, foul ball. Strike one. The 0-1 from Morgan. Driven line drive center field. Avery's going to reach on a single. That's going to bring up Hayden LaFrance. 0 for 2 tonight. Reached on an error and he flied out to the second baseman. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike one to Hayden LaFrance. Morgan checks on the runner, first base, Avery. The 0-1, outside, ball one. The 1-1. High, ball two. The pitch high for ball three. 3-1 on Hayden LaFrance. The senior first baseman. Avery over at first base, dancing a little bit. Pitch comes in for ball four. That's going to put runners at first and second base, with Hayden's brother Ty stepping into the batter's box. The DH, he's 1 for 2 today. Singled and struck out. The pitch from Morgan, outside, ball one. The 1-0 high, ball 2. Pitch down the middle, strike 1 on Tyler France. The 2-1 high for ball 3. The 3-1 from Morgan. Lifted into right field on the right side. It's going to fall. And we're going to have a play. No, we're not going to have a play at the plate. Avery scores from first base. And we're going to have runners on the corners. For Castellano. Makes the score 7-2. The bottom half of the 4th inning. Castellano is a good bunter and he's a fast runner. Ball driven to the left side, foul. Make it strike 1 on Castellano. There's a LaFrance on both corners. The 0-1 pitch. Lifted behind shortstop. Center fielder comes in. Actually, the ball drops. LaFrance is going to come in to score. And we're going to have runners at first and second base with Taylor coming in to bat. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Runners on first and second. Taylor at the dish. Taylor squares around the bunt. Takes strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. High, ball 1.
In and out.
Mm-hmm. Taylor steps back in the batter's box. Morgan's looking for the sign. The pitch. High, ball 2. 2-1 on the catcher, Taylor, the freshman. Tyler France, the senior, at second base. Castellano at first base. The pitch. Inside, almost hits him. Ball 3. 3-1 on Taylor. And ball 4. That's going to load up the bases for the top of the order, Antoine Gross. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for Taylor. It's going to be Gonzalez again, running for Parker Taylor. And that's going to bring up Antoine Gross, who's 0 for 2 tonight. He actually reached last inning. He was hit by a pitch. The pitch fouled back, strike one. The pitch, strike two on Gross. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. The pitch from Morgan. Fouled back. Count remains 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from Morgan. High for ball one. Makes the count 1-2 on the senior center fielder, Antoine Gross. Gross calls time, steps out of the box. Now he's ready, gets back in the box. The pitch, high, ball two on Gross. Wind is still blowing left to right here in Refugio, or here at the park. It's still blowing, the flags are straight out. The 2-2 lifted high, out of play. Count will remain 2-2. Bases loaded, nobody out. The 2-2 pitch from Morgan. Struck out swinging for out number one. That's going to bring up Troy Haug, who's one for one tonight. Troy has 3 RBIs on tonight.
Where's the camera at?
The pitch, high inside for ball one. Base is still loaded, one out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. The 1-0 pitch, low, ball two. I'm on live, man. I'm talking to the world. You think? Well, good. The 2-0. Called strike one on Haug. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on, missed, strike two. The 2-2 for Morgan. High, ball three. The payoff pitch on its way. Low, ball four. It's going to bring home a run. It brings up Jordan Kelly, the shortstop, who's 0 for 2 tonight. 0 for 2 with a walk. He does have an RBI. tonight in his 3 plate appearances. Swing and a miss, strike 1 on Jordan Kelly. The senior committed to Columbia University. He'll be playing football there in the fall. The 0-1, low and outside for ball 1. 1-1 on Jordan Kelly. Bases are loaded with 1 out. The 1-1 to Kelly. Swung on and missed. Actually, it was fouled off. Makes it 1-2 on your senior shortstop. The pitch fouled off. Count remains 1-2 on Kelly. Pitch for Morgan, low in the dirt outside. Ball 2. 2-2 on Kelly. Refugio leads 9-2, bottom of the 4th inning. Bases loaded, 1 out. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's out number 2. He actually checked the swing, umpire called him out. That's going to bring up Lucas Meza, the pitcher, who's 0 for 3 tonight. What? Wigginton, the catcher, goes out and talks to Morgan. And I believe they're ready to go now. Meza steps in. The pitch from Morgan. Grounder to second base. Picks it up, throws over to first for out number 3. And that ends the inning. So Refugio picks up 3 runs on 2 hits and 1 error. And 3 left. We're going to the top of the 5th. Refugio leads 9-2. And we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. You're watching Bobcat Baseball on Refugio Sports Network. We'll be right back.
People often ask me, who has the best sports fans in South Texas? My answer, the Refugio Bobcats. If you haven't subscribed to the Refugio Sports Network, what are you waiting for? They are the one and only source for Refugio Bobcat sports. Check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Sponsorships are available today, and donations are always welcome. They would love to hear from you, and tell them Sam sent you.
back here at Heritage Park here in Refugio. Due up for the Eagles. Tag Silvis, Luke Poland, and TK Morgan. 1, 2, 3 hitters of the Eagles lineup. Silvis is stepping in. He's 1 for 2 tonight with a single. The pitch from Mesa. Inside, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled off on the left side for strike 1. The 1-1 from Mesa. Grounder to third base. Avery picks it up, throws over to LaFrance. He's going to be safe. He pulled him off the bag. Silvis is going to be safe at first. That's going to bring up Poland. 0 for 2 tonight. A ground out and a fly out. Silvis could be off and running here. Oh, Mesa throws over to first. And Silvis is back safely. Mesa pitches it. Ground ball, shortstop. Kelly up with it, throws over to first. LaFrance could not dig it out of the dirt. Silvis is on his way to third. Poland's going to end up at second on the error. It'll be an error by Kelly. That's going to put runners at second and third. Nobody out. For TK Morgan, the pitcher, he's 1 for 2 tonight. Fly out, a single. Pitch from Mesa inside, ball 1. Pitch from Mesa grounded off to the left side, strike 1. The 1-1 from Mesa. Grounded back to the pitcher, checks the runner at third, goes over to first. Here comes the runner home. LaFrance throws it away. Run's going to score. That's going to put runner on third base. Runner at first is out. That's going to bring up Roger Gonzalez. He's 0 for 2 tonight. The pitch swung on a miss, strike 1. The pitch from Mesa, inside, ball 1. 1-1 on Gonzalez, the center fielder. Pitch from Mesa fouled off, strike 2. pitch. Low, ball 2 on Gonzalez. Ground ball to shortstop, takes a bad hop. Gets past Kelly, run's gonna score. Really can't charge him with an error. The field made the ball go up in the air a little higher. And that's gonna bring up Colton Wigginton, the catcher. A bad hop on that ground ball. And that's his first pitch to Wigginton, low, ball 1. Wigginton takes a shot to the back. It's going to put him on base. Runners on first and second base. Brings up Jokic, who's 0 for 1 tonight. Coach K is going to make a visit to the mound. It looks like we're going to have a new pitcher. Nez is being lifted for Benny Flores. He's coming into the ball game off the bench.
Oh yeah, Benny. Yeah, he made Hayden duck.
Benny Flores making his varsity debut. And he gets put on the mound here in a 9-4 game. Flores, the freshman. Coming in to pitch the top of the 5th inning here in a 5-run ball game. I can tell you folks, I'm sitting in this pod shivering. The wind is still blowing 90-0 from left to right here at the park. Jokic steps in, he's over 1 tonight with a walk. 2 on, nobody out. Flores' first pitch is a ball. The 1-0. Call strike 1 on Jokic. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled off to the left side for strike 2.
What's the count?
1 and 2. The 1-2 pitch from Flores. Curveball, swing and a miss. And he will get the first base on the drop third strike. Actually, it's going to be out because the first base was occupied. It's going to make it 1 out in the inning. And runners do advance on the pass ball. It's going to bring up Giddens. The third baseman is over 1 tonight. The pitch from Flores, driven to the right side, foul. Strike 1 on the third baseman. The 0-1 was called a ball for ball 1. One, 2 is low and outside for ball 2. 2-1 on Giddens. Two one misses. Runs the count to 3-1. High for ball 4. And that's going to load the bases for the Eagles. It's going to bring up Aiden Flores, who's 0 for 2 tonight, with a fly out and a strikeout. We have a timeout here. Coach K is going to come out to the mound and try to settle down the young freshman. We have a pinch hitter here. Ball lifted, drops. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. That's Adam Dominguez with that fly ball single. We got runners on first and second. First pitch is a strike to Thompson. The second pitch is a strike on Cole Thompson, the left fielder. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Single and a fly out. And he goes down swinging to end the inning. So 4 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, 2 left. We're going to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Refugio leads 9-6. You're watching Bobcat Baseball on Refugio Sports Network. We'll be right back.
People often ask me, who has the best sports fans in South Texas? My answer, the Refugio Bobcats. If you haven't subscribed to the Refugio Sports Network, what are you waiting for? They are the one and only source for Refugio Bobcat sports. Check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Sponsorships are available today, and donations are always welcome. They would love to hear from you, and tell them Sam sent you.
Back here at Heritage Park, Morgan is still on the mound for the Eagles. Due up for Refugio in the bottom half of the fifth is Isaiah Avery and the LaFrance brothers. I think this is like the third inning in a row they've led off the inning. I've just checked my weather on the phone. It says 42 degrees, but it feels like 31. Isaiah Avery, the sophomore third baseman, stepping in the batter's box. The pitch from Morgan is low, ball one. The 1-0 pitch, driven off to the right side foul for strike one on Avery. It's good to see him back competing for the Bobcats. The pitch, grounder. Pitcher picks it up and just puts it in his pocket. He's not going to catch Isaiah. So we'll credit Isaiah Avery with a single. And it's going to bring up Hayden LaFrance, who's 0 for 2 tonight. He walked, flied out, and reached on an error. The pitch, called strike one. Pitch is high for ball one on the senior first baseman, Hayden LaFrance. The pitch, runners off. Isaiah Avery gets to second base with a stolen base, and the pitch is a ball two. Morgan's pitch, outside, ball three. Avery moves over to third. The 3-1 from Morgan to LaFrance. Outside, ball 4. And it's going to put runners on the corners for his brother Ty, who's 2 for 3 tonight. With an RBI and 2 runs scored. Actually, Flores is stepping in the batter's box. We're going to have a pinch runner for LaFrance. It's going to be Caleb Brown doing the pinch running. Flores steps in the box. High ball 1. Brown moves over to second. Two and 0 on Flores. Three and 0 on Benny Flores. Pitch inside, ball 4. That's going to load the bases. That's going to bring up Castellano for the Bobcats. Bases loaded, nobody out. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for Flores. It's going to be his brother, Chris Flores. It looks like we might have a pitching change here. There we are. Silvis is coming in to pitch for the Eagles. So Silvis comes in the pitch with bases loaded, nobody out. Here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Morgan's gonna go to second base if you're keeping score at home. Chris Flores, first base. Caleb Brown at second base. Isaiah Avery on third base. And Trey Castellanos stepping in the box. First pitch, swung on and missed. Strike one. The pitch from Silvis almost hit him to even the count at one. The pitch swung on and missed for strike two on Castellano. Pitch, curveball, strike three for out number one. It's going to bring up the catcher, Parker Taylor. Foul ball, strike one on the freshman catcher. Curveball, strike two. The 0-2 pitch. Another curveball for strike three. Silvis comes down and strikes out the first two batters he faces. That's going to bring up Antoine Gross, the leadoff hitter. He's 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch, driven out of play on the left side for a loud foul ball. Looked like another curveball from Silvis. Antoine turned on, drove it foul. The 0-1 grounder, foul ball to make it 0-2. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch hits Antoine, and it's going to bring home a run. It's going to bring up Troy Howell, who's 1 for 1 tonight. He's also got 4 RBIs. He's got 3 walks. The pitch from Silvis in there for strike one. The 0-1 grounded to third base. He bobbles it. Run's going to score. Brown can't seem to stand up. Tripped coming into home plate, but he did score. It's going to keep the bases loaded. And in steps Jordan Kelly. He's 0 for 3. Be a Need a big hit right here from Kelly. Ground out, struck out, walk, and struck out again. Low for ball 2. Outside, ball 3. And we're up, we have a hitter's count now, 3-0 on Kelly. The pitch, fouled off, strike 1. The 3-1 pitch is high for ball 4, and another run walks home. Brings up Mesa. Mesa's 0 for 4 tonight. Reached on an error, struck out looking twice, grounded out. Pitch comes in, ball 1 on Mesa. The pitch, grounder, slow grounder to the third baseman. Everybody's going to be safe. It's going to bring up Isaiah Avery, 3 for 4 tonight. 2 singles and a triple. He's got 3 runs scored. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Avery could put this game away with a triple, even a double. The pitch behind Avery, ball 1. The 1-1 from Silvis. Foul off behind us. Strike number 2. The 1-2 from Silvis. Fouled back again. Count remains 1-2 on Avery. Outside for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch. Grounder to the shortstop. He throws it over to first. He's got him at first base. And that's going to take us to the top half of the 6th inning. 4 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, 3 left. We're headed to the top of the 6th. Refugio leads 13-6, and we'll be right back. You're watching Bobcat Baseball on the Refugio Sports Network.
People often ask me, who has the best sports fans in South Texas? My answer, the Refugio Bobcats. If you haven't subscribed to the Refugio Sports Network, what are you waiting for? They are the one and only source for Refugio Bobcat sports. Check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Sponsorships are available today, and donations are always welcome. They would love to hear from you, and tell them Sam sent you.
All right, stepping in the batter's box for the Eagles, number 2, the pitcher, Silvis, who's 1 for 3 tonight. Curveball in there for strike 1. Fastball popped up, first base. The French secures it for out number 1. That's going to bring up Poland. Curveball for strike 1. Evens the count 1-1. Pitch from Flores. Hits him. He takes his base. It's going to bring up TK Morgan. 1 for 3 tonight. Fly out, ground out, and a single. He does have 2 RBIs. Throw over to first. And Poland is safe. Ball driven to right field. Catch was made. Catch was made by Trey Castellano, who's out there in right field for out number 2. The pitch, curveball, strike 1. On Roger Gonzalez, the center fielder. Fastball, ball hit to the third baseman Avery, picks it up, throws it over to first. And he is out at first base. And we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Refugio leads 13-6. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left for the Eagles 6th. You're watching Bobcat Baseball on Refugio Sports Network. We'll be right back. Back here at Heritage Park in Refugio, it is 13-6, bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off for Refugio is Hayden LaFrance, the senior first baseman, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Reached on an error, flat out, and he's walked twice. First pitch from Silvis is a strike. Called strike 1. Pitch is low for ball 1. 1-1 on Hayden LaFrance. The pitch low for ball 2. The pitch is high for ball 3. 3-1 on LaFrance. Pitch. Ball hit towards the right side, foul, out of play. To make the count full, 3-2. Pitch is low, ball 4. That's going to put LaFrance on base. That's going to bring up Benny Flores. We're going to have a pinch hitter lifted for LaFrance. I'm sorry, pitch runner. It's going to be Jaden Lewis. First pitch is strike 1 on Benny Flores, the pitcher. The 1-0 lifted up, second base. Morgan's under it. He makes the catch for out number 1. I'm just going to bring up a pinch hitter for Refugio. Actually, no. Castellanos going to step in here for the Bobcats. Looks like we'll have a pitch hitter on deck. Looks like Gonzalez. Silvas throws over to Jokic at first base. And Lewis is back. The stretch from Silvas. Ball bunted backwards. Strike 1. Silva steps back off the rubber. Takes a deep breath. He's ready to go again. The 0-1. Fouled back again. Strike 2. Called timeout to get the foul ball that's still sitting in the grass behind us here. Gonzalez picks it up, gets it back to the on-deck circle. The 0-2, runner goes, swung on and missed. For strike 3, it makes 2 outs. Runner advances to second base. And Braylon Gonzalez is going to step in the batter's box for Parker Taylor.
Yeah, the problem with it is that's at the house. It's off grounds. It's off grounds. It's in McDonald's. There's nothing I can do about it.
You have somebody there with their lights on. We think it's off the grounds here. And we're going to have a little time out here to go take care of the lights out in center field. All right, lights are turned off. We're ready to go. 2 outs. Runner on second base for the Bobcats. The pitch to Gonzalez. High for ball 1. One 0 pitch, driven the hole between first and second. Gonzalez is going to reach first on a single. Lewis is on his way home, around third to home. And Gonzalez is credited with a RBI single. Makes the score 14-6 in favor of the Bobcats. It's going to bring up Gross. Antoine's 0 for 3 tonight. Pitch is in the dirt. Ball 1. Runner goes. Going to be safe at second with on a pass ball. Pitch from Silva, swung on and missed. Strike 1 to Gross. The pitch low for ball 2. 2-1 on the center, the senior center fielder. Pitch from Silvers, grounded to second base. Picks it up, throws over to first. He's going to be called out at first base to take us to the top of the 7th inning. Refugio needs 3 outs 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Due up for the Eagles, Wigginton, Yokits, and Giddens. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're watching Bobcat Baseball on the Refugio Sports Network.
People often ask me, who has the best sports fans in South Texas? My answer, the Refugio Bobcats. If you haven't subscribed to the Refugio Sports Network, what are you waiting for? They are the one and only source for Refugio Bobcat sports. Check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Sponsorships are available today, and donations are always welcome. They would love to hear from you, and tell them Sam sent you.
All right, we're back for the top half of the 7th inning. If you're keeping score at home, Braden Mesa's taking over first base now. And Lucas Mesa is in left field. Trey Castellanos in right field. Flores is still on the hill. First pitch is a strike. Second pitch looked like a oops, check swing. Avery up with it, throws over to Mesa for out number 1. It's going to bring up Wesley Yokits for the Eagles. Pitch, curveball outside, ball 1. The 1-0. Called strike 1 on Yokits. Pitch, swung on and missed, chopper back to the third baseman. Avery up with it, throws over to first base, out number 2. And Bobcats are 1 out away from securing their first district win of the 2022 season. Stepping in the box is going to be number 3, Glenn Giddens, the third baseman, 0 for 1 tonight with a walk. First pitch from Flores, inside for ball 1. The 1-0. Grounder to second base, Haug up with it, throws over to Mesa, and out number 3. And that takes care of the Eagles. 1, 2, 3 in the 7th. And the ball game. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. We'll be right back to wrap it up. You're watching Bobcat Baseball on Refugio Sports Network. We'll be right back.
People often ask me, who has the best sports fans in South Texas? My answer, the Refugio Bobcats. If you haven't subscribed to the Refugio Sports Network, what are you waiting for? They are the one and only source for Refugio Bobcat sports. Check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Sponsorships are available today, and donations are always welcome. They would love to hear from you, and tell them Sam sent you.
All right, final from Refugio. Refugio wins 14-6. Refugio 14 runs, 10 hits on 3 errors. Woodsboro ended with 6 runs, 5 hits, 5 errors. And we will see you guys next week. We'll bring you Lady Cat softball Monday evening. Thanks for watching. Good night, y'all.